Hi, everyone. Welcome back. And I have my special guest, Christy.
Hello.
So, Christy, first of all, I want to thank you for being part of my channel and part of this
Yeah.
series. I think if you've noticed, we got some backlash from our past couple shows.
Hey,
So,
you're
congrats. So if you have haters, that means we're doing something right.
you're nothing unless you're talked about.
But
That's what they
also,
say.
Christy, it's great that you show up here because it takes a lot of courage for anyone to talk about their past work experience.
Yeah.
And I get people who write in who currently work for Vuitton, so understandably they can't be on camera.
Right.
And, we're just speaking the truth. People want us to sugarcoat the brand and the job and the
Mhm.
luxury, and that's just not what we're here for. I mean,
Well, it is what it is.
right?
We love the handbag accessories fashion world. There's nothing wrong with anyone who has a passion for anything or has a passion for Vuitton. We are not saying that. We are just sharing our personal experience and hot
Mhm.
takes. And also, it just helps because I don't think clients, when they shop, they realize not that they're supposed to know the ins and outs of what's going on, but it's kind of helps give them an idea of what goes on behind the scenes, per se, and the business. And if they're offended, I mean, I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm just trying to tell people what's best. And if they don't want to take it, they don't have to. Do what you want to do at the end of the day.
Exactly. I think it helps understand the salespeople are under a lot of stress, so we can't be throw roses at everyone's feet.
Mhm.
And also, people take it very personally. And we've said this before. If you don't like the bag you like, no need to take it personally. We're not talking to anyone directly. So that always blows my mind of, okay, you can just change the channel.
It's like, if you're not liking what's on, are you gonna continue to watch it through and through? Or are you gonna be like, I'm done with this? You can agree to disagree. You can move forward. It's all on you. Nobody is personally attacking your character. So it's just our hot take on what happened when we were in the store and just giving you background and giving you advice or whatever. We're here to have fun
Exactly.
at the end of the day.
Exactly. No offense taken. So,
Yeah.
anyway, so I just wanted to thank you because, yeah, it takes a lot of guts to get on camera and talk about places where you worked and the ins and outs. And
Yeah.
we are not worried. We're not like, oh, we're going to get
Mhm.
blacklisted. It's just, this is retail. And
Right.
people expect the experience to be different in Vuitton than Coach. And it's really not because I'm spending so much money. I expect this. And it's not that we don't want to give you that service. It's that that's the brand initiative. Get as
Mhm.
many people in and out as you can. So, of course, we're here to relieve expectations. If people don't agree with that and take it personally, it's whatever.
Right. It
Is what
is
it
what
is.
it is.
So, today we're fashion lovers. We love handbags. So there's
We
things
do.
we love about the brand and things we don't. And we hope we can help guide your shopping experience
Absolutely.
from what there is, from what just you see on everyone has the Pochette Matisse. We got to get the Pochette Matisse. Just for example, Christy and I are here to say no, you don't have to. If you can't afford the
Uh,
bag, no, you
yeah.
don't have to. You really don't have to.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in a different direction today and talk about the bags that we love that we would wish would come back
From
because
the dead.
as every brand, and I'm sure they're going to bring some of these styles back. They've already brought back some of my favorite styles,
Mhm.
and
Same.
we are seeing in the market a resurgence of styles from the late 90s, early 2000s,
Right.
and from the Marc Jacobs era, but
Okay.
era.
First stop. But yeah, 𝐃𝐨𝐽 has brought back a lot of things from Marc Jacobs era. He has taken a footnote in the notebook of Vuitton.
And every brand will go back to their vault to see what they can revive. See,
Mhm.
by the way, I put on my Marc Jacobs top. I barely fit the armholes anymore. But
Ah,
I
I
always
love
tell
it.
my audience how much I love Marc Jacobs, and too, Christy and I are fans of Marc Jacobs, who really
Mhm.
made the brand what it is. And I'm very happy now that I see just a resurgence in his own brand. Because back in the day, I just went straight for Marc Jacobs instead of Vuitton.
Yeah, back in the day when I worked for Barney's, Nordstrom, Marc Jacobs was like not what it is now. It wasn't like Mark by Mark. It was just Mark. Like,
Mhm.
remember how it was in The Devil Wears Prada? And even like shows like, goodness, Gossip Girl and the OC back in the day. It was really the it girl bag.
Mhm.
Now Marc Jacobs is even reissuing the Stam. Like, remember in 2005, the 20-year anniversary of that bag?
Yep,
I got the reissue because it's like I missed out on it. So big fan of Marc Jacobs, and he really did put the cherry on top of the cake with Louis Vuitton.
for sure. So one of the bags that you mentioned you would bring back, which reminds me of the Stam, actually, is the TREVI. You mentioned the TREVI.
The Trevi, yes. I love the Trevi. I loved that whole era, and I want to say it was like from '09, '09 to 10, where they did the pleated bag era. It was like the
Yes.
Tivoli, the Trevi, the Palermo, yeah. All those that were had the little pleat on the front. The Trevi was just chic. I liked the pleat. I liked the zipper. I miss everything right now is crossbody, 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 but I miss
Mhm.
the whole enter the room with the bag on the crook of your arm. Yeah, there she is. There's Trevi. I
There
thought
she
she
is.
was a moment in time, and I think that if they put that bag on the shelves now, she would sell because you could do her if they did like a BB version of her. Because I think they only did PM and MM of her. If they did like a small BB version, I think, and it would be like a little bigger than the Alma BB, I think that would be a moment. Like, bring her back in a smaller size, and I think everyone would eat that bag up, like, for sure.
So this one's available on Fashion File. I'm going to link it
Mhm.
below. And it is 2009, which is still the era where it has really good canvas. Now, why
Yeah.
this, I know it's different from the Stam. The Stam has the kiss lock, but it still has that like, that big pleat,
Hmm.
the big, like the kind of the big bag that we held back in the 2000s.
Oh yeah.
She's a
Cute.
cutie. And the pleats that they do, it's so Marc Jacobs. Like, I think these little details that make it very feminine, quite frankly, are missing from the designs that we see today.
Oh, it was a time to be alive, I'll tell you. Time to be alive when I feel like Louis Vuitton was at its pinnacle.
Oh, yeah. And I'm so happy like Y2K is coming back.
It
So,
sure is.
what is your next bag on the list?
Another Marc Jacobs, like, chef's kiss, the Manhattan.
Yes.
So, fun fact, Marc Jacobs actually made his own bag. I wanna say it was called the Venetian bag, and it actually had the 2 pockets in the front, and it had a little kinda like the Manhattan MM, had that flap where it buckled, and, it was just the PM and the MM are really hot. A lot of celebrities back in the day were seen wearing this bag. I wanna say this bag came out same era,
Yeah. This one's
maybe-ish. Yeah, that's
2006. It's a PM.
yeah,
Look at
that's the
that.
PM.
It's so cute. So the Marc Jacobs buckles, which like
Yep,
my Marc Jacobs bags have those buckles. I love it. And then notice also
yeah.
the big studs and how it has the double shapes and the big
Mhm.
buckle. These are details. Honestly, when I went to work for Vuitton, I was like, why are they missing these details that they used to have? Because this to me, it's like it's luxury and streetwear, which is the twist that Marc Jacobs brought in. And
For
to have
sure.
those extra details, it does make the bag more special than, quite frankly, what you see on the shelf today is kind of boring without.
There's something about this, and, like, this is, like, so funny because, like, the canvas now does not translate to this thick canvas, and back in the day, if you don't recount, the canvas had this beautiful, like, almost suede interior, on all the bags, and it just screamed luxury. Like, the lining of it too was just yeah, there she is.
Yes. Yes, and I agree
The
because
zippers were thick, the
I
lining was good. It was you could not like, when you went to hold that bag, it was heavy.
Mhm.
It was just made so well. Like, you would know, wow, that bag is just made nice, and it has character to it with the front pocket detailing, which, by the way, is very Marc Jacobs Y2K because the Blake bag, the Venetian, all his bags had those two little pockets in the front. So it really looks like a Marc Jacobs bag with the Louis Vuitton monogram logo on it.
I really thought they brought this bag back, but I guess not. And this
They
is a
need to.
steal for 880
Oh
because
God, yeah.
she's right. The linings are so much better and it's so much sturdier than what you get now. So this bag at 880 is an absolute steal.
Oh, for sure it is, because if they put that on the shelves today, that bag would be close to 3, if not 3. So under $1,000 for a good thick canvas, good lining, you say less. Say less.
Plus with all the details. Another one that I love, let me see if I can find it. And it's so Y2K gaudy, but I
Ugh,
did sell
love.
this bag from the consignment shop when I was
Ooh.
doing live streams from the consignment shop, and she's gorgeous. She's
Oh,
so Y2K. Marilyn,
yes.
look
There
at
she
this.
is.
Studs, chains, the big buckle, like
The Marc Jacobs
everything you want.
buckle.
Yeah. The multicolor. This is all Y2K thrown onto one bag, and it has that rich red lining. So the lining used to be a thick microfiber, and they've
Yeah.
replaced it with a very thin, it's called Alcantara, but it's a thin, fuzzy material. It's nothing like it used to
No.
be. It wears out quicker. But yeah, nothing like. Do you remember how like gaudy this used to look back then?
God, it looks like Paris Hilton is calling for this bag.
Yes,
She
exactly.
definitely throw this on with a juicy suit and some Uggs, and you are ready to go.
I love it. I know not everyone's gonna love this, but this is
Hey,
I
what
can't
a
say enough,
gorgeous, what a beauty. She's
right?
something. Gorge.
Okay, so what is next?
What?
Suhali, which was also Mariah Carey's bag.
Yes, gorgeous, gorgeous. Again, has the studs. Again, has that buckle, that leather. Just so chic, but yet chunky. But back in the Y2K, chunky was chic. So now we think of chunky, we're like, oh, that's too busy. But that was like edited back in the day. We didn't think of it as anything. It was like office wear. Hate to say it, but a little edgy but sophisticated. And I think Suhali came out like 05, 06, 07, something like that, mid 2000s.
Let
But
me
she was
find one. There's different versions of it. Like here's a good one that's like that
like,
chunky. So Marc Jacobs.
yeah,
Oh wait, let me share the screen.
but yeah, there she is.
It's got the studs, it's got the corner.
Hmm.
Like this to me is design. And it
That's
has those
also to me
elements.
luxury.
Yeah.
It's
And
fun.
style and fashion.
Gosh, that looks something that would be on The Devil Wears Prada. Like Miranda Priestley, grab it immediately and throw your coat on Andy Sack's desk. Grab that bag.
And there's other versions like here's a good one. This one is on eBay. That's that Y2K throw
Oh,
around.
yeah.
You know, like I guess this would be like almost this reminds me of the Margot today.
And look at the price point. You would not be able to go in and get a good leather bag at Louis Vuitton today for that price. That bag would be easily $6,000
Oh yeah, for sure.
for
I'm
today.
gonna pull
Yeah.
up the Mariah Carey bag. I believe she was seen with this one.
Oh yeah.
Am I right? So
That's
it's
the
like
one I
the
love.
clutch version.
Oh yeah. She is a big Louis Vuitton client. Like you can see her and um like even from like the 90s, 2000s to today, and so much Louis Vuitton. She
And look,
definitely loves Louis. Oh yeah. Look at those
this is
studs.
only $532 on the
Oh,
real.
you can't even
Steal.
get a wallet at Louis Vuitton for
I know.
$542, much less a bag.
Maybe a maybe a like a bag charm is like
You can't even get the
barely making
Pharrell
it look bad.
Williams version of Labubu for that. Let's just be real.
Exactly. Okay. One of my favorites that they did bring back, but I still recommend go buy the pre-love would be the CABAS.
Oh
Here, let
yeah.
me bring that one up.
Kind of looks like what Rachel and Friends had when she worked for Louis Vuitton. Remember?
Did she work for Louis Vuitton on the show?
she went to work, like the end of the last episode, she was going to Paris to go work for Louis Vuitton, and she had this big Louis Vuitton bag, but it wasn't real because you know how Louis, like, you can't like really wear like real designer on shows most of the time. So they had like
Oh, they
something that
always
looked,
use fakes.
yeah. So the closest to it was, yeah, they did bring her back, but the older version is better.
Yep. So that's the older version. This is the medium. And there is like a smaller size here. Let me just pull it up.
The piano.
The piano, yes. CABAS. Let me see what comes up.
There's the
Alto and a piano.
The
I thought
alto
this
they
was
had
super
for a little
cute.
bit when I was there, but the piano, they brought back they used to call her 𝐾𝐵AS mezzo and then 𝐾𝐵AS piano.
Yep. And
Yeah,
this
and
was the
I will
Angelina
say
Jolie bag.
the leather, the vachetta on the bottom, if you go to replace that, it's gonna be a lot of money, but I like that honey when the vachetta gets that dark. I think it's pretty.
And I like that it has leather at the bottom.
820,
This was
not a
the
bad deal.
No, not at all. This was the when Angelina Jolie did a campaign, this was her bag.
I remember. Oh my gosh. Yes.
So for A20, then let's see what it goes for now.
I want to say it's like 2 something.
So, okay, this is the CABAS Mezzo, so that's the medium for
Mhm.
2,740. Like, just go buy the vintage one.
And then look at
It's
the
so much
handle
better.
detailing is not the same.
Not the same. I actually don't like how they have this hanging down, where I know it's adjustable, but it's not the same bag to me. And you know the canvas is different.
They also had brought back sack plat, and it was not as cute as it once was. Like, that bag was a moment, and then they did her dirty.
Yes. It's same with the ellipse. When they bring it back, it's just not quite the same.
It's not.
But good thing that these bags are actually available pre-loved.
Oh, yeah.
As well as, wait, let me look at our list because we did
My
discuss
dog
this
even
before.
sighed about it. He's like, "Yep." Tucker
Okay,
agrees.
so you also mentioned the favorite.
So they did bring back the favorite, but they brought it back with the empreinte leather. And it looked
Hmm.
like a Tootsie Roll. And it had the S lock almost, or like a little magnetic lock. But I'm talking about like the OG favorite. Like everybody came in wanting that bag because Louis Vuitton's crossbody bags, most of the straps are so short, and the favorite was so long, and it had that chain, and it was a good price point. Like, just bring it back for the people. They want it. Just listen to them. Just give them their bag, slap an extra $500, $600 price tag. People will still buy it. Just give it to them. That's all I have to say. Is it my favorite bag? No. But have people been longing for that bag long enough to where you just need to give it to them? Sure. That's how I feel.
So when I work there, let me show them because I think most people know what it looks like, but just in case you do not, it is this girl here.
Yeah.
Now, I
Just give
kind
the
of wish
people
I
what you
did
want.
have one, but at the same time, the complaints was that it didn't fully close because that little magnet was not very strong.
Yeah. People will replace
So,
their
and people
magnet.
would actually come in and say, I want one to wear to the amusement park. I'm like, that's not a good one then because your stuff will fall out. It's not secure.
At this
But
point, go to
everyone just
Lululemon.
wanted a little thing. And when I worked there, and I know where I worked there before you did, they literally said, it's too small of a price point, and they no longer wanted that entry level price point.
I recount
So
this
that was
because
the
I
reason
heard
this
it.
bag was
Yeah.
eliminated.
It was like what? Like when you worked there, was it like what, $1,100 or something? Like
Yeah,
something so crazy, like the price of a zippy wallet and leather.
it was I believe it was 10.95 for the PM and
Oh Lord.
12.95 or 12.80 for the MM, which here it's on Rebag for 12.75. So basically now your entry levels were a wallet or a Speedy or a Neverfull, but they did want to eliminate this favorite, which caused an uproar because, people were like, I just want something little. Can I buy the bag that an employee is wearing with something everyone
Oh
asks every
my
single day?
God. If I had a nickel for every time someone tried to
Right.
buy my bag off of me or buy my employee Louis Vuitton, like the pins that we wore, I still have mine. Or they would give us like jewelry and stuff or whatever. They would be like, "Can I buy
Yeah.
here?" I'm like, "No, You can't.
And honestly, okay, I'm going to tell the audience something they don't want to hear is Louis Vuitton does not want that price point. And they're like, don't be
They don't.
offended. They're like, they don't want your money. And it was really hard for people to understand that. Like, no, they don't want your $1,000. They want your $5,000. They want your 3,000. And
The
it
wallet
was,
took
there
that
was
money.
always this like, why don't you make it for me? And it was, sorry, the luxury brand gets to say who they want to work with.
I think that the resale of the favorite is probably more than what it was brand new when you worked there because they don't make it anymore.
Yeah, they don't make it anymore. And they did bring back the Eva, which was another cute little
I
clutch.
did see that. That was like back when the Galliera and the Hampstead was big, like all the placky bags were a whole
Yep.
ish. Another like late 2000s, 2010s situation.
But this one does not have the plaque. It just has the little
The favorite,
the li-
like the little like yeah. Like there were two versions of the Eva.
yep.
So
And at
one
one
was
point this was
placky.
the employee bag.
Yeah. Now you can buy the employee
So,
bag. Everyone who's asking, there you go. There's your chance.
right?
Go
There
get it.
is another version of the Eva that has
The big
here it
plaque.
is. Yes, which is very Marc Jacobs, another Marc Jacobs thing to have that big plaque. Because if you notice regular Marc Jacobs bags, some of them have
There she
that big
is.
old plaque
Glory.
as well. I
Yep.
personally like this bag better if I were to choose between Eva and Favorite, just because this one has a zipper
Yeah.
and is
Because
more of a clutch.
it is, and I trust a zipper more than I do. I do have a bag that, and I wear it a lot, and I love it. I'm not knocking on it. I have a bag called the 𝐬𝐿𝐵𝐿,
Hmm.
and I will say her magnet is a little weak, and I'm always worried. And sometimes she does. The magnet sometimes isn't like as strong. The bag is like what I like to wear when I'm not wearing my Chanel bag because it has the same, like it does the same thing, but the magnet does worry me a bit. So, and that was the
Yeah.
complaint with the favorite is that the magnet was, and if you went, people were like, oh, but I need to change my magnet. It's like, ma'am, and I would tell them because people would still bring in their favorites. I want a new magnet. I want it to be stronger. I'm like, ma'am, I'm just going to be candid with you because that's how I am. Let me tell you, they didn't always like that I was upfront, but I was. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna come to you with like all the,
Hmm.
pocket full of sunshine. I was like, ma'am, if you send this off and you're going to be without your bag for 6 weeks, the magnet is the magnet. They're not going to come out with some new technology for it to be stronger. It's going to come back and you're going to be met with the same thing, just to let you know. So if you're happy, I can send it off, no problem. It's going to be the same dealio when you get it back. So as long as you're okay with that and that's your jam and that's the bag you have to have every day, go for it. But it's not gonna
Yeah.
the repair center is not gonna like redo it.
Mm-mm.
The only thing they'll if they have recalled the bag and there's like a Phoenix, then that's a whole other song and pony dance. But they're not gonna make a new magnet for you, ma'am. I hate to bring it to you. It is what it is.
Yep. And now I'm recalling that is what they thought. Could you send it off and put a stronger magnet? Because that was exactly what I would tell them about the favorite of like, that's not the bag you want to travel with because it can easily open. But as you know, people, they hear what they want to hear. They believe what they want to believe. They believe the little leprechaun inside is going to hold on to the edge of the bag.
I wish.
Oh, it's going to work for them because they just wanted that little tiny baton. And that's the price point that they wanted.
Hmm.
Another thing, like the favorite and the Eva, even though they're cute bags, they're very casual bags. So they were not like your evening type of bag, which
Hmm.
I also saw often. It's like, go for an evening bag.
If you're gonna get an evening bag, get an evening bag. Like have
Yeah.
people would think that you could walk in and get a bag that is just gonna do everything for you. And I hate to tell you, I wish I had a bag that did everything for me, but I have bags for different things. And I have I have maybe a couple evening bags, but I'm just going to be honest. When it comes to evening bags, Louis Vuitton, unless you're going during like the holiday collection, holiday is the only time they really did evening bags. The rest of the year, everything was very casual or business or just clean. If you want an evening bag, go to Dior, go to Fendi, maybe Celine, other brands, but Louis Vuitton, their whole thing was not evening bag wear, in my opinion.
No, the only one they had that I liked was the Louise. Do you
Yes.
remember the Louise?
Yeah, anything epi-ish maybe, but like remember they did the epi with the almost like the gold and the silver epi during holiday?
Here, let me bring up the Louise
I
because
do know
they
what you're
have it
talking
in
about. It has
epi,
the vernis. Yeah, they brought back
this
that one.
one,
Yeah.
and the cat skin, but let me tell you, that was so scratchable that it wouldn't be a bag that I would buy.
No,
And
they
they had the
brought her
patent
back.
which you get fingerprints, did they?
Yeah,
I
she's
like the
back in the
bag, but
because I sold a
there she is.
couple, but that was a holiday, anything they brought
Mhm.
back in November, holiday bag, that was more evening. But Louis Vuitton, maybe when they had the twist wallet on the chain, it could be evening-ish, but that's pushing it.
This was really the only true evening bag was the Louise,
There was
and you really
another
couldn't
one,
wear it. It was too
and I
delicate.
forget. It was Vernis as well. It didn't have a chain. It was like a clutch, early 2000s, and it had the LV on the front. I think that could have been evening, but anything newer coming out isn't really evening. It's especially
No.
to me when people are like, "Oh, I can wear my." If it's monogram, it's not evening. I'm sorry, it's not happening. You are not going to be putting a
Mm-mm.
canvas bag next to your silk charmeuse dress, ma'am. I mean, you can. I would not suggest.
Which people do because, oh, it's Louis. They want to show off that it's expensive, so they automatically think it's evening or wedding, which I understand in some cultures they do that. For you and me, we're like, no, I'd rather just carry a bag from Aldo with sequins than to try to make
Someday,
a bag something
someday.
it's not. It's like carrying a Coach bag to a wedding.
No, if you're
Not
going to
happening.
go to like a beach wedding, maybe a dame azur little bag, a pochette accessoire. But if it's like a day beach wedding, maybe, but like people would
Stretching it.
really trying to push it there. What's another one of yours?
The CLUNY and the CROISETTE were the last two. I
Oh yeah,
guess
the
let's just
CLUNY,
go
they
through
still
those.
make her. The OG
One of
CLUNY.
my favorite bags to sell was the CLUNY BB, which I saw they don't make the BB anymore. They make actually, it was the CLUNY BB in epi leather. So let me bring it up here,
They don't make the
which I
epi
saw in
anymore.
epi.
It's
They
it.
only
Yeah.
make it in mini for an exorbitant price. And they do have the BB in the monogram. And I think we agreed, both you and I, we just hate this fuchsia strap that they put on it. It's just like weird. Like what?
The
Most
utility
customers wanted
strap
to
is
just
what
replace it with a vachetta strap.
the thing that gets me is having the utility strap, which is like basically cloth, and then charging like 3 grand for a strap and they sell the utility straps for like $1,000. And I'm just like, to me, that's just so trendy. Like this over here, like give me a vachetta strap, give me a leather strap, give me a
Yes.
good strap. Don't give me this cloth strap. Now, I will say
This
some
did
people don't
not look
agree with
good.
me. People like the cloth straps. Tucker doesn't like the top.
This is
Do you?
actually, wait,
Tucker, you don't like the cloth strap, do you? No.
this
No,
actually
you
looks
do
like a
not.
leather I don't quite remember,
That
but
one
people
right
didn't
there
like
is
it.
leather, but they don't make her anymore.
Yeah.
That's an OG
And
one.
people did not like it. It was so hard to sell that with that particular strap. I
They
did
made it
like the
pink and blue
denim.
with the leather. But the epi one, oh, that pink epi one, the
Beautiful.
rose, she cutie.
Here's the rose. Beautiful. And as we have mentioned before, epi leather will sell for half the price on resale market.
She, yeah, does not have a high resale value, which boggles my mind because that is the best leather out there. I'm here to say it. You guys can call us haters all you want, but we will both agree that there is no leather out there like epi leather. You want a strong leather, if you're the kind of person who like runs your bags through like a thing of bricks, this thing will stand the test of time. I don't care who you say, what you say. That is the best leather out there.
I feel like for me too, like it was monogram burnout. Like, why would you want a monogram bag for so much money, a canvas bag for so much money? When you see something like this next to the monogram, it's like, oh, of course, this is a bag
It's
that is
everything.
going to last longer. And plus, I like all the tonal details. I like how the logo is just tone on tone right here.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not so in your face, which gives it like it's just a very soft but sophisticated look, even in the black with that black on
Uh,
black with that like logo down there.
mm-hmm.
It was a very versatile bag. And then if you wanted color, you could put a scarf on it and give it a pop of color.
Oh,
But I
the
also
band.
really like top handle bags
Me too.
and the sleekness and uniqueness of this particular bag. Now let me look up the bag. If you were to buy it now at Louis Vuitton, and they don't have this size anymore, they only do the
I want to say it's 24 or 25. Last time I was there in March, a 24,
okay, so
70, 25.
here's the CLUNY Mini at 2330.
It,
And then you have the Epi version here. Epi version
I love that color.
is
The quartz,
2990
is that the quartz
for a
color?
smaller bag. Oh, it's pretty
Yep. I know. That
for
quartz
sure.
color is so pretty.
And then I see there was one more. Was it a? It's hiding. It's hiding. Come here. Oh, the electric Epi for 3100. That's a beautiful color too.
Oh, you're talking about the vernish epi, the one that's shiny?
Mm-hmm. The electric
Love.
Epi.
Did they bring her back? Is
Yes.
that on the Louis Vuitton website?
Yep.
Man,
It is.
there she is.
Okay, but look, you can get these on Fashion File for like so much cheaper.
Because like we said, Vernis and Epi, which I think are some of our favorites from back in the day, their resale value is not high. So if you like a Vernis
Mhm.
or Epi, go to secondhand because you'll get a better deal.
And like you can find really good styles too, like we just showed you. They don't have to
Hmm.
be like all the monogram. It doesn't have to be a push-up Matisse or any of the trending things that you see on social media.
Right.
Uh, the last bag that I loved that was my personal favorite was the Croisette.
Oh,
This
the
little girl
crochet, yeah.
here.
They don't make her no more.
No, they don't. So
People
that's a
were
good price at
petrified about it.
1475. I believe her price when I worked there was 1200, which I'm sure would be a lot more now.
She was almost 2 when I
Too.
worked there. She was one of the bags under 2, and it only came in damier azur and damier graphite, not graphite, damier ben.
Yep,
So
Ben.
damier ben and damier azur. So it was only a damier bag, but I'll say when people
Mhm.
wanted to get a cute bag and they were on a budget and it was cute with a bandeau on the top. It was really, she was
So
cute.
cute.
Hmm.
So cute with the pink bandeau. Oh, actually, in my head, I'm thinking, wait, was this 1200 or was it 16? Or it must have went from 12 to 16 at some point.
It was like
Because she was a
19
good
something.
price at the time.
She
Now
still
you're saying
was.
she's close to two.
Yeah. When she stopped selling, she was close to 2, but I don't think she ever made it to the 2 mark when I was there. But
And it has a pink lining. The white one had a pink lining and has a
yeah,
tassel. So, and looks super, super cute if you put a bandeau on it.
it
So
does. And
I
it
love
also
this
protects
bag.
the hair.
Exactly. Protect your vachetta handle. And here it is in the damier ebene that had the red lining. So,
Hmm.
your choice, dark or light. I think this looks very smart too. And like I said, monogram fatigue. It's not all in your face like a, a monogram would be.
Sure.
So, and more of like a dainty, very feminine type of bag.
I like the damier bin. I have a damier bin and a damier azur and a monogram. I wanted to have a little bit of everything, a tour of what Louis is known for, but some of you may or may not know damier bin is the original print. Louis Vuitton himself
Hmm.
never saw the monogram print. His son, George, did that as an ode to his, father, the monogram.
And it was brought back, the damier, the checkerboard, which means damier means checkerboard. It was brought back in
Mhm.
1997, right? Or 95,
Mhm. Think
somewhere
so,
around
yeah.
there, at the like birth anniversary of that particular print, I believe.
Yeah, like 1890. I can't keep up. We had to have so much, I feel like history training. It was a part of something called
Hmm.
storytelling that we had to do every time we sold something.
Yep. There's one more on the list that you didn't mention yet, the
Uh,
Papillon,
no, yes, yes. Now
the
she
original
is,
Papillon, because they did.
it's like a Tootsie Roll shaped bag, and I could go grab my Bedford, but I want my dog to go in my closet. Anyways,
It's okay. I'll bring it up here
it's,
because it is
I rem
it's Papillon means butterfly.
yeah, and I'm French, but it looked like a Tootsie Roll, and I always just thought, now they did do Papillon trunk. They do that. But there's something about that
Mhm.
OG one from like the 90s, 2000s that to me just says it girl from back in the day. And they also did like the cherry blossom version of it back in the day. But this was
Yep.
the pinnacle of Y2K fashion. I remember wanting that when I worked at Nordstrom, and there was this Saks next to me that had a Vuitton inside of it, and that was in the window in 2003, and I was like, "My God, I want that bag." Mind you, in 2003, when I worked at Nordstrom and I wanted that bag, it was $550. I was like, "Oh my God, that's so much for a bag." I would die if I
Mhm.
got a bag brand new at Louis Vuitton for $550 now. Inflation much? That's all I gotta say.
This bag is in amazing condition. Look at this
Oh,
for
yeah.
at least it looks like it from the photo for 825. And also like okay, even though I like the buckles and the studs of a Marc Jacobs, I still look at this and think classic Louis Vuitton, just very clean,
Mhm.
very like fine lines, styling is easy, like
Perfect.
not too in your face.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to try too hard to be stylish.
It
So that's
doesn't.
what I like about this, the simplicity of this
And
particular bag.
back in the day, that would be a bag that we didn't just take to, like, work or the office. She would come out on the night of the town with us. Like, millennials, Y2K
Yeah.
girls, we would take that bag everywhere. She would be with our clubbing outfit. Let me tell you, everything that we had in Y2K transitioned from day to night.
Hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
We didn't care.
Let me see if let me see the current offering of the Papillon.
They
Yeah,
have the
they
trunk
only
version.
have a trunk and they have actually they did bring it back in
And the cherry
the
blossom.
cherry blossom and she did have a compagnon. She has a little
Oh, yeah,
companion.
she had a friend. I love it when they have friends.
Hmm.
A little friend.
And this was 3,600 with the cherry blossoms.
Didn't she
So
have a friend back in the day? If I don't she did.
she
Like,
did.
she did. She had a friend.
Let me
That
find
cherry
one that
blossom was
does. Yeah,
amazing.
she has a little friend, which makes it I don't think any of the resale versions have the friend
Yeah,
available,
they probably
understandably,
sell the
because you would
friend
want to keep that little
separately.
friend.
Ah, little friend.
Yeah, it was so cute. The only version of the Papillon that I've seen recently would be
Mhm.
the Solar Ray that came out with Virgil's first collection.
Yeah.
He did. Let me find it.
Didn't they do a miroir version of it, or am I crazy?
A what version?
Miroir, the little mirror?
I
I'm
don't
trying to
know.
think. I
Let
know
me
they
look.
did the graffiti with Steven Sprouse, maybe, but I no, I know they did the Alma and the Speedy and Miroir. Yeah, I do remember
Here's
this.
like
The Virgil,
one
it has an
iteration of it.
off-white look.
Yeah, and it has that orange chain. It was
It
that
was
first collection that he did.
very off-white meets Louis.
It's not as cute as the original.
No,
Just not as cute
yeah.
as the original. Okay, so that's our list for today. I think we went through quite a few.
Hmm.
Do you have anything else to add?
All I have to say is everything that has been on this list, there is a corollary that's all from Marc Jacobs. But everything
Hmm.
that 𝐤𝐫𝐫𝐤 is bringing back from Louis Vuitton that we all are going crazy over is from Marc Jacobs. So I know everything's cyclical, everything comes back. But all I can say is Louis Vuitton misses Marc Jacobs, and we miss Marc Jacobs.
Well, he did bring the brand really into, he brought it to life at the
Oh, yeah.
time. So, and all these styles, like you see that are coming back are fashion is cyclical. And I'm just going to say again, you can get these pre-loved without having to, I see it as a testament of like, this is what fashion was.
Hmm.
And you kind of see where the brand has gone. I know they've kind of upped their game a little bit now with Pharrell, but also the price. It's not even attainable for most people. Whereas, even back then, I knew I could buy one, but it was like, yeah, it just wasn't a smart decision for me.
No.
I was buying other things. I was buying Coach and Tiffany. And now it's like way out of the ballpark for most people who would enjoy those type of fashions, but with less bells and whistles than it used to even had. So of course, I'm always going to push like buy those vintage bags because they have more detail, more design, better lining, better canvas, everything that is, it was just unique to that time and to that era.
It was, like I said, a time to be alive. That era, just like literally when I remember when I worked at Louis and they brought back Marc Jacobs in January of 2025. I remember people were like, I wanted that bag when it came out, but I couldn't afford it, or I was in junior high or high school, and obviously my parents were going to buy it for me. And now I'm here to buy it as an adult because I dreamed about those bags back in the day. Listen, anything that was good back in yesteryear that's coming back, and I would tell them, I'm like, hey, like if anyone's listening, they're still better on the resale market. Go to Fashion File,
Yeah,
go to
because it
Real
was like
Real.
like 4 times the price of what it would have been back then, which is, like I said, still unattainable. Now, a brand that I think does the comeback really well is Coach. If you look at like
Oh
Coach's
yeah.
Soho bags that are back, it's exactly like it was back then. And the price isn't like blow you out of the water where I can't attain it anymore.
Yeah.
So, if brands like Coach can do that, then certainly Louis can. But as
Well,
we all know, if people will pay the money
for the high end. But
just because.
think about this. They put Coach on, and just like that second version of Sex and the City, they had Carrie Bradshaw wearing, it was like kiss lock clutch that had the kiss lock on the top.
Mhm.
She was carrying that,
Yep.
and then they put Coach in The Devil Wears Prada. So if Patricia Field, who is the top of the chain when it comes to styling on the best fashion shows, is putting it on Bradshaw, putting it out there on, and I think she did Devil's Prada. If she's putting it in that, Coach is definitely making its rounds. So don't second guess that either, because
Yeah.
Coach is coming back. She's definitely
Oh,
at the
Coach is
top.
making a
Right.
huge comeback.
Yeah,
I
for
see it
real.
all over. And which also it makes me realize, like, it also makes me see, like, we're talking about, oh, Louis should bring back these bags,
Right.
but they need, like, if Coach can do it and keep the price, like, I know it's gone up from even back then, but it's still accessible.
Oh yeah.
But Louis' name of the game is like, let's make it so stinking incredibly high that the flex is that you can actually, I dropped $5,000 on this bag, which doesn't make sense to just
No,
a normal bag collector like you and me of like, okay,
no.
never mind.
It's not really a flex. A flex is being able to get a really cool bag that's bang for your buck, and you didn't have to spend as much for it.
Yeah.
Or you've had it in your closet for a while and then you still, like, I've been carrying my Alma Verney GM and um my Kasama Speedy for years. Whether it's relevant or not, if I like it, I carry it. And people are like, oh my God, that's so cool. I'm like, yeah, I've been carrying this bag since the mid 2000s. And if I like it, because my Verney Alma and Amarant, she's my fall bag. So I carry her every year. Like, what else?
Yeah, which is why I'm glad Y2K is coming back. And because like late 90s, early 2000s, it was like fashion wasn't about how expensive you looked. Like we went away from that and just made everything Gucci, Balenciaga, Vuitton. And that's not fashion in the sense of like 20 years ago, putting
Hmm.
together a look from different places. Like these are jeans are secondhand from Melrose. And then you have, the cutoff waistbands with the jeans. It was so
Thrown
mishmash
together.
and like with the bags, almost gaudy streetwear, but making it high fashion. So I'm
Hmm.
really glad that is making comeback because that is more fashion than just, well, I bought something expensive and now I must be the it girl.
Right.
So I think like bringing everything back makes everything a little more individual, which is where I see the lower end, even though Coach is not lower end, or shall I say contemporary, mid-tier brands are doing it much better than some of these luxury brands that are kind of just maybe adjusting one thing, bringing it back, but for still such a high price point. So those styles are available. It doesn't have to be like Louis. But
Exactly.
anyways, off on a tangent. Those are the bags we love from
Right.
the old collection, from the vault.
Yeah. And Coach, you guys could bring out some bags from the vault too, because I'm sure us Y2K girlies would just die if they brought back like it was called the Scribbles collection and it looked like almost like the Murakami from Louis. That would be a moment.
I think I have one. It's so dirty. I have to wash it.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our show today. And again, thanks, Christy, for being a part of it. Like I said, it
Yeah.
takes a lot of courage to come on and show your face, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate all the comments, whether they're good or bad. I know most of them have been good, actually.
Yeah.
Most of them have been good. And we're here to help guide the customer because,
Yeah.
yeah, there are days where we're annoyed in the store, and this here, we're telling you why. Like, we're literally telling you why. And that shouldn't be
Mhm.
like, "Find a better job if you can't do your job with a smile." Who does their job with a smile on 100% of the time, every single hour they're there? I don't care
We
what your job is.
clearly
I know
are
nobody can do their job with a
we're
smile
not there anymore, so
every
it's clear that
single
we
second.
we went and flew the coop for a reason. So it's like people are like, find a better job. Well, we did. We're not there anymore.
We did. Oh, and to that point too, like, actually, we've said this before. Coach and Louis Vuitton are no different. They sell handbags at the same exact mall. Or for single
Mhm.
mall, I mean, Louis Vuitton's not in every single mall, but there is
They're
no
in a lot of the same
difference
malls.
other than Coach, Vuitton, price point. They're bags.
Right.
So it doesn't like make one better than the other. No difference.
Right. 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 Well, I hope everyone has
Alrighty.
a good day. Thanks for listening to our video.
Let us know in the comments which of your beloved handbags from back in the day, or would you buy any of these? I wouldn't be surprised if they brought some of these styles back, or if
Yeah.
you've bought any pre-love that you regret that you missed out on, you can definitely still buy them. So I'm going to link everything down below, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.